Hello, and welcome to David Ball's Human Meme. Today we're going to have a bit of a rant. Several rants. We'll start with drug prices, the Fourth Estate, pigs on the street, flip-flops, and Obama bearing arms, the Olympics, Apple, and a bonus rant. I guess it's a mystery rant, because I'll tell you when we get there. Drug prices. Let's talk allergy medicine for your eyes. I recently had an eye checkup, and my eye doctor prescribed a new prescription for Pazeo, P-A-Z-E-O, made by Alcon. My doctor warned me it's expensive, but it works really well for allergy eyes, and especially if you're wearing contacts. And it was $135 straight up for a teeny tiny little bottle. Now, with our excellent insurance, the price dropped to $45. Still, way too much. So I went online, went to the manufacturer website, and I found a coupon. $10. Over-the-counter Napcon A is around $15 a bottle. Zatador, another OTC, is around $17 a bottle. So I'm able to get a prescription medication for $10. Is that justified? A flexible health spending account doesn't reimburse Napcon or Zatador. So those of us with good basic insurance and a right coupon sense get a much better medication than those who have to purchase over the counter. Is that fair? Is that right? Which moral conundrum is the lesser of these dueling evils? The Fourth Estate. The press are trying really hard to sell this year's presidential election as the Lena Dunham versus Duck Dynasty contest. Oh, it's so awful and wrong. Lowest common television denominator. Why not just black versus white? Purple versus gray? Pretty versus glittery? This sort of attitude is divisive in a bad way, and it tries to dumb down really important topics that direly affect each of us every day. We need to come together with common human goals of community, instead of always looking for ways to distance ourselves from each other, and Lena versus Ducks isn't the right context to frame the arguments that surround our lives. Is it no wonder standard industrial journalism is dead? Let the bloggers find out the truth of life and leave the mainstream media to play checkers with reality TV stars and failed intellectualists born in privilege. Pigs on the street. Not cops. Yes, actual living pigs. It's the new thing here in the urban Eastern Corridor core. I saw 3 pigs, different pigs, on leashes, being led by people. Actually, the pigs were doing the leading, but they were on leashes on the sidewalk. And these pigs are usually being tended to by very young children, aged around 3, 4, or 5, with an inattentive and uninterested parent tagging along. Now, these are not the popular pot-bellied type of pig that we saw many years ago, but the regular pink and tiny skinny pig. What is going on? Is there some movie that I'm missing? Television advertising with pigs on a leash? I think I saw something about that, an insurance advertisement. But I can say that dogs and pigs on the same sidewalk together doesn't go well. They don't like each other. It's a sort of mashup you don't want to bear or be on either side of. And why is the farm coming to the sidewalk alive anyway? Now, pigs on the street are not as bad as live chickens in the backyard. Yes, that's a thing too around here. But the idea is just as bad and much more stinky. Flips to flops. Flip-flops as shoe material should be banned. They're informal. They're not a shoe. They're not a sandal. They make a horrible flopping noise with each step you take. They provide no arch support. Some people wear them all year long. They look ridiculous when you wear them in the snow. And yes, people wear the flip-flops in the snow. Don't wear flip-flops to the White House. Don't wear flip-flops in the winter. Don't wear them to the mall or the doctor's office. People notice. People care. People laugh at you. Obama bearing arms. Michelle Obama, in her official White House portrait, is wearing a sleeveless dress. And there is outrage on both sides. She is too informal. Leave her alone. She's a modern woman. I happen to be on the side of covering your arms. There should be a certain formality when it comes to posing for a White House painting or delivering the news on television. What is it with the wearing of t-shirts and sleeveless dresses as a news anchor when you're a woman? Men don't do that, so why do women? Have we lost all authority in our newsreaders? Sleevelessness looks terrible and unprofessional when your integrity is at stake. Now, men still tend to wear suit jackets, but some wear sweaters while delivering the news, and that is just as bad and wrong and awful as women with bared arms and shoulders. And I'm sure men doing the news in tank tops is not far away. And I'm sure they'll be wearing flip-flops while they're at it. Is the all-nude news channel coming soon to CNN and MSNBC? Of course it is. It's only inevitable. And it'll be done in the vein of equal access and equality for all. For me, back to radio. The Olympics are now in full bloom. Billions and billions of dollars were paid by Comcast so we could watch not the best of us, but only the some of us, the richer of us, the more privileged of us, the most popular of us. There's a disconnection in the modern Olympics. There used to be much more involvement with the spectacle and the rooting on of your favorite athlete 30 years ago. We cared. It was a matter of pride in being and belonging. Now nobody seems to care, and I believe it's the internet to blame, or to credit. We're compressed now. There's no foreign surprise any longer. We all already know everything about each other, And yes, it's all too much. And yes, Nike had it right in their advertising scheme 4 years ago for the Olympics. You don't win silver, you lose gold. It was a beautiful and right moment, and then Nike ruined it by caving in to the mollycoddlers and the everyone wins a participation trophy groupies passing as parents. Nike withdrew the campaign and lost their pride and sense of place in the process. Apple. I fear in a decade they're going to be done as the company we used to know and love under the guidance of Steve Jobs. Their products are fine, but uninspiring. There's no heat. There's no muscle. The new iPhone coming in September is really a refresh without much innovation. Why not refresh everything all the time with super neat stuff that you can't even imagine? Well, that's how someone is going to beat Apple in the marketplace, by capturing the spirit of what Apple used to be when they shook the world and wouldn't let go. Here's the bonus rant. Spittle. And this is all about me. I've noticed lately I have dried bits of spit marking my computer screen, and they weren't there 2 weeks ago. Why? This podcast, David Bowles, Human Meme. Talking produces a lot of spit, and I'm not really a spitter, but it appears I am a spitter. I read from the screen, therefore I spit on the screen. It's gross. I clean it up. The sacrifices we make. Thanks for listening. Be a human meme.